Tell me about the less obvious reasons as to why you ended up where you are today and achieve what you've achieved in life.
Well, I haven't always wanted or thought that I would be a lawyer. Everything just kind of fell into place, like in school. I've got the marks, go to law school. So because I've got the marks, I decided to go to law school. Then after going through law school, I was recruited by some investment banks as well as some law firms. But ultimately, you kind of think, look, I've got a law degree, might as well try it out for 1 or 2 years, get qualified as a lawyer and see how it goes. And 20 years later, I'm still here. So I guess it's kind of, I think it just happened. It wasn't really a conscious decision I made. It's just like, every part of the way, certain choices were presented to me, and every choice I made led me on this path.
Who exactly presented that choice for you?
I can't really remember anyone in particular. In school, back in Australia, when you got your results, then you're fed these brochures, what you can do with your marks, what courses you can do. And then decision was just made. I didn't really talk to anyone. I didn't really have anyone to talk to tell me, what it's like in this profession or that profession. It was really a step in the dark. But I think, human beings, I believe we are very resilient. And I believe that, no matter what we do, if we spend enough time doing it, we can get good at it. So I think that's how things panned out for me. I think for a lot of people as well, I think it's very difficult to identify, what is passion and what you should be doing and all that. I think if you just pick something that you are, kind of proficient in, you keep at it, I think you'll be good at it.
I like that you have a growth mindset. And so when you were like 7 or 8, did you have like a dream job for yourself? What did you aspire to be when you grow up?
I wanted to be the king of Australia. Then when I grew up, I realized, they have a monarchy, but the monarchy goes all the way back to the UK, and it's kind of a closed loop, and no one else can join. So, yeah, that didn't work out well.
How did you spend your free time? What kind of hobbies are you into?
I do a lot of sports. I play tennis, basketball. I work out a lot. So many physical activities. I need to drain out all the energy from me every day so I can sleep. That's basically it.
Do you read? Are you into books?
I used to when I was a kid, but doing law involves a lot of reading every day. So when I'm outside of work, I try not to read anymore. Otherwise, I feel I may grow blind with all the close reading.
What's the most challenging thing in being a lawyer?
I think being a lawyer is mostly about solving other people's problems. Usually when they come see a lawyer, it's because they need something done that they can't take care of it by themselves. So they come to a lawyer. So I think as a lawyer, you have to be very creative. You have to really understand the client, being able to put yourself in the client's shoes and help them strategize and ultimately get them what they want. If it's a deal, try to get them a win-win transaction where they can be happy with the result and where their downsides are protected.
You grew up in Australia. What brings you to Singapore now?
Low taxes, really.
Do you travel?
I have a very unpopular opinion on traveling. I actually think traveling is overrated. I mean, mind you, I've been to many cities all around the world, but after a while, you kind of get the sense that, every city is kind of the same. Like wherever you go, the McDonald's is there. Starbucks is probably there. Your T-shirt got lost at customs. Oh, Uniqlo is there. It's all there. It's there at home. It's there when I travel. And the traveling process, I don't really like. I think it can be improved. The queues at the airports, all the checks, everyone treating you like some sort of, criminal or whatever. I don't really like that feeling. So I don't like to travel. I travel for work mostly, but if I don't need to travel, I just stay home in Singapore.
And so what are you most passionate about in life?
I'm passionate about science, technology, the future. That's why I really admire guys like Elon Musk, who, he has faced a lot of criticism in his life, but we can't take anything away from his achievements, right? He fired a rocket that can be reused. And he's going to bring us to Mars, I believe. And I think that's good for the human race. I agree with him in that it's too risky to be a one-planet species. We should be a multi-planet species. We should go out and live in or explore other planets. And I like to see the human race forging that path forward. Maybe long after I'm dead, but I would like to see the human race progress to that point.
Would you say Elon Musk is your role model or inspiration?
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't really like having role models because I don't believe that anybody is infallible. I think as humans, we all have a good side, a bad side. But certain things that he's achieved, I agree with. I mean, there are things about him that I do not agree with as well. But sometimes you got to take the good with the bad.
You are highly successful now, but can you tell about the times that you failed at something? What have you failed at?
I can't recall actually. I don't think I ever failed at anything.
Okay, so looking back in your career for the last 5 years, what have been your highlights?
My last 5 years mainly working on blockchain projects. So no one particular highlight, but I'm glad I helped a large number of projects. I would say almost more than 50 projects successfully raise funds, selling tokens and establishing an innovative blockchain project. I think that's something to be very proud of for those guys that they came out and did something.
What motivates you to help these people?
Because I believe in the future, like I said earlier, I think as a human race, we need to advance. And we advance by betting on new technologies and trying new things. So I really admire, especially young people coming out, they don't want to do the traditional stuff, the same things we've been doing for the last 20 years. They go out and try something new. I mean, a lot of them I think will fail, but that's just life. A lot of people, when they see a few projects failing, they think that this whole sector is bad and this is bad and that is bad. But if you look around human society, right, it's always been like that. Life is a pyramid, right? No matter what profession you get into, okay, sports, politics, or whatever, fashion, whatever, it's a top few percent that eats everything, right? Like the top, few percent of basketballers, they get to play in the NBA. Very, very rare echelon. Same as these kind of projects. There's only a few percentage that will be very, very successful, and most will fail. But that's a fact of life. People have to try things, and you hope it works out, but there are no guarantees.
And what is it about Alfred that differentiated you, your approach, your mindset towards your work?
I think I'm kind of optimistic in a sense that I think that things will work out if you keep going at it. So I don't really get too stressed out or get negative when things don't go my way. I think no matter what happens, okay, you can't prevent something from happening. But when it happens, you can always strategize how to deal with it, how to work around it, how to go through it. There are always ways to overcome any obstacles that come in. So that's how I approach life, really.
What do you look forward to the most as soon as you wake up?
What I look forward to? Getting a glass of water, really. I'm happy with that.
Simple man.
Yeah, simple guy.
All right, and as we look ahead in your future, what's next? What are your big goals and plans for yourself?
I'm interested to see if humans can become immortal. I've been following the research on it. I mean, I don't actually think humans should be immortal, but I believe the science behind it is very interesting. How we can do certain things to increase our telomeres so that we either age slower or our aging is reversed. So I find that very, very fascinating, and I look forward to seeing how that area develops.
Well, Alfred, thank you so much for letting us in on the depths of you.
Okay.
And you're such an inspiration. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much.